I thought the defense was great for 4 quarters. I felt from beginning to end the defense was phenomenal. And I think the big reason why we limited that team to 7 transition points, and we outscored them in the paint 58-36. And obviously we took care of the ball at a high level, 28 assists, only 10 turnovers, so we didn't fuel their break. If you let that team get out in transition, it's a nightmare. I told the guys at halftime we were down 7 or 8, and we had made, I think, 2 of 14 from 3, and really good shots. And I said, fellas, we're right in this game. And so I felt in that third quarter we got off to a really good start, tied game going into the fourth, and that fourth quarter was by far one of our best fourth quarters of the season against a really good basketball team. To outscore them 33-17, to hold them to 35% from the field. I thought Jamal Murray just came alive. As that game went along, it got deeper and deeper. I felt like Jamal kind of put the team on his back there for a little bit and made big play after big play, while Nicola was on the bench. And anytime we can have those kind of plus minutes with Nicola on the bench, that's usually that bodes well for us. So, good win. Did a lot of things that we talked about, keeping them out of transition, keeping out of the paint. And we did a really good job all the way around. So proud of our guys for winning the season series, and more importantly, just getting another home win in front of a terrific home crowd.
Coach, it looked like Thomas Bryant rolled his ankle pretty bad. Just curious if you have an update on him, and then also Aaron Gordon came in at the backup gig. Curious what you saw from that one.
Yeah, it was Thomas. I think the last about a minute to go in that quarter rolled it. I think he probably could have gone back out there, but Aaron Gordon, he can play any position out there. And so having him and Jeff, I thought Jeff was really good tonight. I thought Bruce Brown was really good tonight off the bench. But, AG's versatility. And again, we got rebounded them 53-40 and only held them to 10 offensive rebounds, which is great. But yeah, AG at the 5 was great. And I think Thomas's ankle, I don't think it's anything serious. And I think he'll be ready to go.
Playoff level atmosphere. This was physical. This was a very physical game with all the size and just foul calls and things like that. What did you learn about the team tonight in terms of their ability to play the style of physical basketball?
Yeah, I think when you're 45-19 and first place in the West, we can win different ways. If it's we can get out and run, we can execute in the half court, we can defend in the half court. And you're right, we've had since the All-Star break, it feels like every night's a playoff type game. We've played Memphis twice, Cleveland, the Clippers, and the guys showed up. And obviously last week in Memphis, we did not show up, and we were a different team tonight. And you mentioned it, Matt, the physicality, the aggression. I felt Nicola was a lot more aggressive tonight. Another triple-double, by the way, where we win. I felt Jamal in that second half was really aggressive, going against a tough defense, and all the way around. I like games like that, chippy, physical. That's the way the game should be played. I grew up on 80s basketball in the NBA, and that was kind of a throwback game as best you can have in 2023.
What are you thinking when you're seeing Brooks and Jamal go at it the way that they were? Maybe even seeing just Brooks talk to Jamal to fire him up a little bit.
Well, those guys have such a unique relationship because they go back so long, so far ago. They're friends. Obviously, in between the lines, they're not friends, and they shouldn't be. It's in between the lines, man. We're trying to beat them; they're trying to beat us. But I think Jamal's probably got a lot of respect for Dylan and the job he does, and he did a really good job on Jamal. And then Jamal finally, I felt, if there's a guy in your face and all over you, just got to go at him. You got to go through his chest. You got to go around him. You can't, just try to, you got to be physical right back. And I felt Jamal did that, and that really jump-started us in that fourth quarter.
Michael Porter Jr. rising up again, stepping to the challenge.
Yeah, it's to beat that team like we did tonight, it's everybody. Honest to God, Michael played well, 26, 7 boards, got to the foul line 8 times, didn't miss. Aaron Gordon, 13 points. Nicola, 18, 10, and 18. Jamal off the bench, obviously Bruce at 15 and 6. Tonight was a true team win. And Michael continues to play at a very high level. Didn't shoot it great from 3 tonight, but 8 of 14 from the field. And most importantly, as I mentioned, when you get to the foul line, that means you're attacking. That means you're getting downhill and you're not settling. And that's always great to watch when he does that.
What do you think of that Jeff block, that chase down block from him in the first half, and just some of the little plays he made tonight?
It's funny, Harris. We showed that clip at halftime. You know, like we always will sprinkle in a few clips where, hey, we have to be better in these areas. We also want to show some positive reinforcement, and that we label some plays winning plays. And a lot of guys would have given up on that play. And Jeff has done that before in a Nugget uniform. And that leads to a loose ball that Bruce gets, drives the ball, passes to Nicola, 2 free throws. 4-point swing right there. And the game was 80-80 going into the fourth. So those types of plays matter. And we've had multiple examples of that throughout the year.
Did he get the VPOJ?
No, it was, I gave him Nicola. We had 2 tonight. You know, 2 changes in the house. We gave one to Nicola. I thought Nicola was great tonight. I mean, he's such an easy target, you know, the non-athlete. I like my MVPs to block shots. Okay, that's fine. Nicola's levels, I mean, John Morant in pick and rolls is almost unguardable. And I felt Nicola's levels, we wanted to be more aggressive tonight. I felt Nicola was outstanding defensively. And if you watch that game and you say he's a negative defender or poor defender, I'd like you to peanut cup, okay? Then you have the other guy, and this says a lot to Contavious Caldwell-Pope. He won the other award, and he gave it to Jamal Murray because he thought Jamal, I don't know who Jamal's giving it to, but it's just working its way around the room. So we had a lot of guys step up. Again, 97 points, 37 from the field, hell of a defensive effort, and you know, we got a couple of days before our next game, and our guys will get some much-needed rest.
Thank you, Coach. We'll get
Thank you, Coach.
Jamal and Michael.